Hello everyone, welcome to Nixie Bobs, and let's have a little conversation on this clearly slobbish Saturday. I haven't even made the bed, it's that messy. I have nothing on my face. I have redness all around my nose and I don't know why. I haven't even done anything, and that's okay because we don't look fantastically made every day of our lives. So it's been like 2 weeks since the last video I released, and I'm going to explain to you where the hell I don't know what's going on outside. What's been going on? So in short, I love my MacBook, but the problem with a MacBook is unless you've got a lot of money, you have to get a smaller hard drive space. I was saving all my video content on there last year, and eventually it became a problem because I only had about 10 gigs of space left. So I ended up going out and buying myself a 4TB hard drive. Fantastic. Apart from the fact that the very first one of this hard drive I got didn't work, got the second one formatted it to Mac. Fantastic. Towards sort of the later part of last year, it was not connecting to the Mac, and all I kept thinking was, well, it's got to be the cable, it's just got to be this little special tipped cable that's designed for these hard drives. I thought, well, it must be that, it can only be that. So I just kind of kept fiddling around, and what I could do was wiggle it in the port, and eventually it was all right, and eventually you got there. But basically you're resigned then to staying absolutely still and not moving anything if you want a damn thing to save. Fast forward to this month, and it was beginning to really annoy me. I was not able to save content. I obviously didn't want to save it to the Mac's hard drive. You save the file on there anyway, and eventually I just rip all that off and stick that on the hard drive anyway. I had a look around. I went to Curry's first and said to them, I want one of these cables. We don't do them. Try Seagate, which is the brand of the hard drive. So I looked on Seagate, and then I eventually came across the fact that apparently Amazon does them themselves, and they're $4.99, and it isn't official. It's not, I would not just buy anything. The great thing about Amazon is that they do all their own basic cables like this, but they also do or allow people to sell a lot of poorly made, poorly quality ones, and they're the ones I avoid because it could go poof, and I don't want that. Not when I've spent money on good tech. So I bought this one and it still didn't work. And that was the point in time where I went, right, it's got to be the hard drive. Looked up getting a different one through Amazon, went through the warehouse, and to be honest, I've got a trip out in 2 weeks' time that I'm saving money for. I'm actually going up to Norwich. I've never been to Norwich, I don't know what's in Norwich, other than the Knight family, and it's the birthplace of one page from WWE. So I'm obviously saving money because we're going up there to look for things, have a look round, eat, and stuff like that. So I didn't really want to have to deal with the expense of that. So I ummed and ahed, knew eventually I was going to have to take it in, and then I forgot that I had this little Toshiba one. I thought this was 500 gigs. As it turns out, it's a terabyte. Because I had nearly, I think it was about 700's worth of gigs worth of stuff already stored on the 4TB. So I looked at moving stuff over to that, and then thank God for Amazon, because they did a £5 voucher thing this week with, they got an award or something, I don't blooming know. The point was they gave you a £5 off over £25. So I ended up buying a WD Elements one, thank you, it was about 40, and then I had a £15 card and the £5, so it ended up being 21 for that, which has saved my bacon so much. So then I went back with the Seagate yesterday, thinking that they were going to send it off for repair. It's what they told me they were going to do, because although I bought it a year ago, it's got a 2-year warranty, which is fabulous, and they just gave me a whole brand new one. So now the hard drive situation is sorted, I'm back in business and I can actually make and edit content again, because obviously, as I said, didn't really want to store stuff on here because it would have just created, and I don't know why I'm doing this. The other side is that with the personal thing, this is Dr. Pepper, by the way, with a straw because it's Saturday, and why the damned hell not. Stuff going on in my personal life. I've also been house hunting with my dad, and that's been some early mornings going out and seeing different things, so that's also cut my time in half. And yeah, that was just where I've been in this time. Thank you, iPad, just informing me of stuff that there's not really a whole great deal other than that been going on with me right now, apart from the fact I keep annoying people on Twitch. But you know, there's a lot of posts I feel like I want to make at the minute. There's so much that I just sit there and go to myself, oh, I'd love to do that. I particularly want to do one about sort of a work environment, but I've got to be careful that I don't get fired for doing that. So, like, not insulting my workplace, but just I feel like the place, like my branch of work, so to speak. I feel like I should sort of sit there and talk about it a while, because, you know, I feel like some people might find it insightful. Some people are going to yell at me for it, but then other people don't actually realise what they're doing, and sometimes you just want to sit there and go, are you aware? You know what I mean? So I'll try and do something like that in a PG version if someone wants me to do that. If you want me to shut up, I'll just shut up and just go. That's a good idea. So this is where I've been. I'm very sorry for the absence, but we're going to pick up now. Plus, with Wrestlemania around the corner, it means that I'm staying up progressively later every day, because it's a you know what? Let's have a chat about Wrestlemania for a minute. Are they trying to kill the British fans? I feel like they are. I feel like they're trying to off us all, like, killing us. Literally, they're killing us right now. Like, it's meant to be, I've heard, it's a 3-hour pre-show and then a 5-hour main show. That's like 8 hours, and that's completely cancelling out the fact that you've got Hall of Fame, which I'll be honest, guys, I don't watch the Hall of Fame because I can't deal with the long speeches. It's no disrespect to anybody that's going in the Hall of Fame. I just can't handle the long. So I can't be talked at as it is. My brain is too active. When we get trained at work for different things, 5 minutes and I shut down and my brain just starts colouring in, basically, for lack of a better phrase. But I feel like they're trying to kill us all, so that if they do a pre-show and start it at, say, 9 PM British time, that's 9 to 12, and then 12 to, like, 5. Alright? I'm going to need matchsticks to put in my eyes, I swear to God. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm really looking forward to the show. I wish Charlotte wasn't in the main event with Becky and Ronda, if it is the main event. So far we've sort of heard conflicting things. There was also a report going around today that apparently Sting said he'd come out for retirement for The Undertaker. I would pay a billion times over to see that rather than see Brock Lesnar any day, but I'm just not a Brock Lesnar fan. I'm sorry, you guys, don't get me wrong, want to see Seth Rollins win, but I'm not a Brock Lesnar fan. I don't like the man. I'm really sorry. Don't judge me on that. Don't start. Oh, I know you're going to troll, guys, but, you know, we're all entitled to an opinion. I'm just not a fan of the man. That's fine. But beyond that, I mean, I know some of the card, but it also feels like because they had a pay-per-view 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I slept through most of it. Sorry, I was really tired that day. I know it was on an hour earlier, and I really tried to stay awake, but it was just so blooming... I just couldn't. I just failed at life that day, okay? I love Dr. Pepper. Almost as much as Forrest Gump, but probably not as much as Forrest Gump. I don't really know most. To a point, sometimes I like to be a bit surprised by the card. I really want Paige to show up, but then I think if they're going to incorporate Paige back into the live shows, she's going to come out and do something post-Mania, probably on the Raw or the SmackDown, I would dare say. And please bring her back, guys, because I bloody well miss the woman. She's awesome. And I still have not been to see Fighting with My Family yet. Oh my God, why have I not been to see that? I have had no time. Like, literally, it was, as soon as it came out, I was like, right, I'm going to go and see it. No, I'm going out. Right, I'm going to go and see it today. No, I've got to go and do this. Right, I'm going to go and see it this week. No, I can't do that now. I've had no time. I'm eventually just going to have to buy the DVD, I think. To be fair, that film has done far better than I thought it was going to. I mean, I'm not gonna poop on the movie, but when they announced it, I was like, oh, because, I mean, let's really sit and think about how well WWE movies have done. They've not exactly got Golden Globes. Let's not insult them, because some people really like the Marine movies. But when they announced they were doing that, I thought, oh no, I love Paige. And it's really done really well. It's got a great review on Rotten Tomatoes, if you listen to Rotten Tomatoes. Some people don't. It's gotten really, really good rave reviews, and I'm kind of shocked. I'm so glad for Paige and the Knight family and everyone connected to the project, because I mean the film looks great, but I'm just glad that it's done well, because I was so worried that it was going to end up panning, and I'm so glad that it hasn't, but it makes me more excited to see it. What's that? Pet Sematary coming out as well. Dumbo. The Aladdin trailer dropped. Oh my God, now I'm sitting here, it's like verbal diarrhea. Toy Story 4. The Lion King CGI, there's a part of me that wonders, do I need to see it? But then I guess I'm going to have to see it anyway. Aladdin does look good. As soon as I saw them singing A Whole New World, I just got a little lump in my throat. I was like, ooh. Alita, I went to see about a month ago with my best friend before her birthday. That is amazing. Like, I was drawn to the project anyway, just to see it. But once I've seen it, I was like, I was like a happy little person. It's a really good film, and it's not just about female empowerment. It's great to have a female, and I love how they've incorporated the manga and stuff like that, but they've done such a good job with it, and I'm buying that DVD. Please make a second one, please. I'm going to stop talking. Let me know if you want me to say more about Wrestlemania, because I've got a little friend who might have a little chat about that with us as well, but she may or may not make her debut just yet. I'm kind of still working out the kinks with that, and that's a little Easter egg that I'll leave you there with, guys. Let me know if you have anything you'd like me to talk about. As you know, I just rabbit on most of the time. I know a lot of you want to see another Ace Part 2 video. That is coming, but I need a few more questions before I can really go forth with that. I've only had like 3, but I'm still surprised I did not get trolled for that. I'm absolutely shocked. I was sitting there going, oh my god, people are going to troll me, and I've had nothing. I've had nothing but great responses, which I love you for, so thank you very, very much. And I will see everyone again for more videos and more regular content now that the hard drive situation is sorted. Bye! I did a Maurice there, did you notice that? Bye.